Waiting for notification that I am live. I'm live. Hello to anybody who is joining me live. I'm going to give you a little rundown on what's going to happen today. Actually, firstly, what I'm going to do is bear with me while I just check and make sure that the live stream is working, that my microphone is working, because I did this. Yes, it is. Awesome. All right. So hopefully you can all hear me. So this is a new initiative that I'm starting, and obviously it's going to be it's going to be an intimate little fair to begin with a few people hopping in. But I'm going to do this a couple of times a week as a way to grow my audience, but also to impact more people. And I'm well aware that during these crazy, crazy times, when it looks like the whole world is just blowing up, that we stay calm. We all stay calm, collected, we hold it together, and we figure out how to navigate this crazy, chaotic world in a way that benefits us, in a way that we actually still get to create our future our way. Now, one of the things that I'm doing with this tap and talk, I'm calling them tap and talk, is I'm going to get you to tap while I talk. So we can discuss a variety of different topics. And if there's a specific topic that you would like me to cover, then type it in the chat. So I will look at all the chats as I go, and then for future live tappings, I will actually look at some of those topics and cover some of those topics for you. So so that I can you in the ways that you need help. So, but what we're going to cover today is the crazy shit that's going down in the world. And what I'm going to get you to do is to tap. Now, I'm going to tap while I'm talking. So that may be a little distracting, but this is to encourage you and remind you to keep tapping. Now, another thing that you can do is, if you don't want to sit there and tap for 15, 20 minutes while I'm talking, is you can use this technique. So this is an incredible technique that you just literally tap on the ends of your fingers. And you can do that anywhere. So you can just do that technique, just tapping on the ends of the fingers. That's also incredibly effective. You know what? You can do this anywhere. I learned this from Dr. Steve Wells. So Dr. Steve Wells is one of the, he was actually my tapping guru, God, when I first learned tapping. So you can do that at the end of your fingers. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk and tap, and I encourage you to do the same. The reason this is such a powerful way to use tapping is that no matter what you're focused on, when you're tapping, you are calming the central nervous system. You are unknowingly releasing blocks while you're tapping, because this literally calms the central nervous system. And as you calm the central nervous system, you are clearing energetic blocks. It's, of course, more effective if you are focused on a specific block, but this still works. So while you're tapping and I'm talking, you are working on stuff that you don't even realize that you're working on. So this is a transformational video, a transformational live stream, that you're working on stuff just by tapping along with me. Okay. So just keep tapping, and let's talk about the world and how the world is burning and how it seems to be like the lunatics are running the asylum. And it can be very distressing and very upsetting. And we've all got our opinions. And it's it's remarkable to see how there are so many different opinions. And it's like it is like we're living in two different worlds, because one side sees one thing, and the other side sees something almost completely different. And never the twain shall meet. We've lost our ability to have um, reasonable, respectful discussions and try and see the other's point of view. We've completely lost that capacity. It's like, no, I'm right and you're an idiot. No matter which side you're on, that is the current state of affairs in our human in our human interaction. I see it on social media all the time. And I try to have a reasonable discussion with people on X, and because I don't agree with them, I just immediately get insulted and abused. I just had it this morning, and I'm like, "What is that?" So, yeah, the world is chaotic right now. The world is frightening right now. It's frightening. Admit it to yourself. The world's a frightening place right now. And how do we navigate this in a way that is effective, in a way that we are still able to accomplish what we want to accomplish, in a way that we are still able to achieve our goals and dreams, when the whole world seems to be blowing itself up and disintegrating before our eyes? And no matter what your opinion is, no matter whether you're in the left, on the right, whether you're a far left, whether you're far right, whether you're a centrist, whether you're a liberal, it doesn't matter. Our opinion is our opinion, but it's just an opinion. Buying into the hysteria is not helpful. Buying into the crazy and arguing with the crazies is not helping anybody. And you think that you're right, but you don't know if you're right. None of us know if we're right. None of us know with absolute certainty that we're right. We think we have all the evidence that shows we're right, we're the smart ones, we've figured it out, and they're the idiots. But do you have all the information? Have you looked at all the perspectives? Do you understand all the different impacts and the different influences that are going on in the world? Nobody does. Only those who are taking the action know the status quo. And even they can only work on the intelligence that they have. We don't know what we don't know. So don't buy into the drama. Don't buy into the hysteria. Don't become unhinged by what you see. Stay calm. Know that it's all going to be okay. There's a saying that I heard from uh, who was it? It was somebody who interviewed Nelson Mandela, I believe. And it's, what if this is what it looks like while it's happening? You are here for the Great Awakening. You signed up for this. It may not be what you anticipated or what you expected, but you came here for this. You deliberately chose to be here at this time while the shit hits the fan. And it is hitting the fan, and it's hitting the fan hard. And if you listen to the channelers and the astrologers and those who have been following the patterns, they've been predicting this for years. Years. That there would be this acceleration, and it would all come into 2026, and everything would kind of blow up. That's a poor choice of words, but everything was converging on this time in the Great Awakening, in the acceleration. And in order to birth the new earth paradigm that we are here to birth, the old system has to collapse. And it was never going to be sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. I thought it was going to be sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, but it was never going to be sunshine, rainbow, or unicorns. It was always going to be chaotic. It was always going to be challenging. And right now, it's challenging. But how about you take on a new perspective and you look at this through a lens of, what if this is what it looks like while it's happening? What if this is all necessary and essential as we move into the new earth paradigm, as we birth the new conscious world that we will be living in within a very short period of time? It's going to take time to really settle in. It's going to take time for us to establish new ways of being, new community ways of interacting with each other, new systems, new financial systems, new natural health systems, new governmental systems, new corporate systems, new education systems, the whole kit and caboodle. All the old systems, they're going to go bye-bye. So it's probably going to get more chaotic before it gets less chaotic. But don't buy into the drama. Don't buy into the doomsday, the black pilling. So many people are out there black pilling everybody. Enough. Don't buy into the black pilling. If you are just joining the live stream, then tap with me. This new Tap and Talk is an initiative where I'm going to spend 15 to 20 minutes talking on a topic or answering questions, but at the same time, we are tapping. We are tapping, because tapping calms the central nervous system. So tap along with me. So however you are viewing what's going on, whatever your perspective is, whatever your judgment is, whatever your opinion is, it's irrelevant. My opinion's irrelevant. My judgment is irrelevant. God's in charge. God is in charge. It may not look like it right now, but God is in charge. Now, I use God because everybody knows what I'm talking about. Use spirit. If the God doesn't work for you, spirit, divine, source, whatever works for you, it's all the same to me. But God, spirit, the divine, source, the universe is in charge. And your opinion, your perception, your judgment, it's not relevant. You buying into the drama, you being unhinged, you're not influencing or helping anybody. In fact, you're hurting yourself. And fear just feeds the beast. Remember that. There have been dark forces running this world for a long, long time. And they feed on fear. If you ever saw those movies, those Monsters, Inc. movies, gosh, they were fun. That was so fun. And I love it. I love those movies. And the initial movie was based on scaring kids, monsters scaring kids, and their screams would be captured as a source of fuel and energy for the monster's existence in the monster's world. And this is such a perfect sort of analogy for the dark forces on our planet, because the more they keep us stuck in fear, they keep us in struggle, they keep us in a fear-based state, the more we feed the beast. And this is why I am so passionate about sharing this incredible technique, because it is so easy. It is so simple. It is so powerful. And after tapping with me, I would be very surprised if you weren't feeling more calm, more centered, more aligned, more able to get through your day in a way, in an effective way that accomplishes more. Because the more we are stressed and anxious and in a fear-based state, the less effective we are. So those fear-based states, the stress, the anxiety, the uncertainty, the more we buy into that, the more disempowered we are. But the more we choose to be in empowered states, the more we choose to be confident and calm and cool, calm and collected, we are more creative. We are more solution focused. We can focus on what's important for our world. You focusing on whatever hell is breaking loose out there, that's not helping you at all. You can't influence out there except from in here. When you are heart-centered, when you are in a loving space, when you are calm, when you are empowered, when you feel joy, love, gratitude, any of those high frequency vibration states, they are positively impacting the world. It is your frequency and vibration that has the most impact. So if you're doom scrolling, or if you're being black pilled, or if you're losing your mind over who's doing what out there, then you're lowering your frequency and vibration. You're just adding to the chaos. You're adding to the problem. By all means, stay aware. By all means, watch what's unfolding. But don't get drawn into the drama. Don't become unhinged. Don't start fighting with people online. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve our new earth paradigm that we are all birthing. It doesn't serve consciousness. It doesn't serve humanity. It doesn't serve anyone. You staying calm, you being in a higher frequency and vibration, that serves the world and it serves you simultaneously. So I hope if you have joined me, I hope that you are tapping along with me. Because the whole reason for this live stream is to help you to really calm your central nervous system, and tapping is the most amazing tool for that. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna ask you a few questions in a minute in relation to how you're going to create the life of your dreams this year. You know, anything is possible. And your life could be completely transformed by the end of this year with the right focus, with the right plan in place, with the right action that you take. So, but what I want to share with you first is I have a very special wealth blueprint breakthrough system or process that I've created. It is absolutely incredible. And you can get a hold of that. The link is actually in the description of the video below. It's called the Wealth Blueprint Breakthrough. It's at an incredible price right now. And this is unbelievable. The transformation from this is unbelievable. It's an in-depth analysis. You fill out an in-depth analysis questionnaire, you send it to me, and I send back an entire video with an analysis of where you're stuck, what's keeping you stuck, and exercises, tapping scripts to get you unstuck, and a unique strategic action plan to really accelerate your progress to get the results that you want. So if you want to check that out, Like I said, this is something new that I have created. It is incredibly powerful. And if you want to be a part of that, I can only do it, actually takes a lot of time for me to do the analysis. So I can only do a few each month. The link is in the description below. It's called the Wealth Blueprint Breakthrough. And I'd love to help you to get the breakthroughs that you need to make progress super fast. So, in relation to this year, okay, so I want you to ask yourself, what are you going to do more of this year that are effective actions to achieving the results that you want? What are you going to do? Firstly, are you clear on what you want to achieve this year? Are you crystal clear on your vision, your goal, your dream for this year? Are you clear on how you want your life to be transformed this year? Because as the world collapses, the world that we know it, the world as we know it, as it collapses, the opportunities are bound. This is the time you came for. So the opportunities are bound for you to take advantage of so many brand new opportunities that are emerging in the space of consciousness right now. I'm all about building wealth through Christ consciousness. That, I believe, is the future of our planet. Wealth through Christ consciousness. So get clear. What are you going to do more of this year? If you need to, write these questions down, or you can just answer these questions as we go. What are you going to do more of this year? Things that are effectively going to help move the needle for you and hopefully move the needle fast. New habits, new ways of thinking, new ways of showing up, powerful ways, being in an empowered state. How are you going to foster those empowered states this year? Are you going to do more tapping like we're doing right now? Next question, what are you going to do less of? Are you going to scroll less social media? Are you going to do less TV watching? Are you going to do less just sitting around and doing nothing really effective? What are you going to do less of? Are you going to eat less junk? Things that are really going to help you to be the best and most powerful version of you. What are the things that are stopping you from being the best and most powerful version of you? Remember, if you're just joining me, tap with me while we go through this. So, what are you going to do less of? What are you no longer willing to tolerate? Mediocrity? Are you no longer willing to tolerate being stuck? And are you no longer willing to tolerate the financial lack and scarcity in your life? And are you no longer willing to tolerate people disrespecting you and not appreciating you? Are you no longer willing to tolerate people bullying you, judging you, criticizing you, putting you down? Are you no longer willing to tolerate being in pain, feeling sick, not feeling at the top of your game? What are you fed up with that you are no longer willing to tolerate? Okay, last question. What are you going to commit to this year? What are you going to commit to? I mean, line in the sand, non-negotiable. What are you going to commit to? Be very specific, be very clear, be resolute. What are you going to commit to this year? It's the things that you commit to that will actually determine your future, because you know that you are infinitely powerful and you are the co-creator of your life. You are the co-creator of your life. All of this is a holographic projection. You don't exist. I don't exist. I'm this weird tapping woman on the other side of your screen doesn't really exist. I am a holographic projection that for whatever reason you have called in. So, with that in mind, knowing that you and your focus and your attention is what creates your world, because it is your focus and your attention that actually brings the energy into an experience. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. It's a holographic projection. It's a mirage. It's an illusion. But it's an illusion of experience. And what you're experiencing is the result of your focus and your attention, because whatever you focus on becomes your reality, moment by moment, day by day, week by week, month by month. So if you don't like where you're at, if you don't like the results that you've gotten, you've got to shift your focus and attention. And you've got to shift your consciousness. That's why I love tapping so much. So they're the 4 questions. What are you going to do more of? What are you going to do less of? What are you no longer willing to tolerate? And what are you going to commit to? Make these the things that you focus on every single day if you want your life to change. So thank you for joining me. If you have joined me live, if you are watching the replay, then let me know how this landed for you with doing the tapping while we've been on for 26 minutes. How did this work for you? Was it a positive experience? Is it something that you feel is going to be helpful for you a couple of times a week? I hope so. And as I said, if you would like to any specific topic that you would like me to talk about, that you would like to chat to me about, because you can always use the chat to ask me questions, to pose different perspectives, to that would be great to have that live interaction. And if you want any specific subject, want me to cover any particular topic or subject, then put it in the chat. And I'll try and incorporate it in future Tap and Talks. So this was the very first Tap and Talk. I do hope you've enjoyed it. And remember, if you would like to work with me, then I have a very special opportunity with my Wealth Blueprint Breakthrough. Link is in the description. It will absolutely blow your mind how powerful this is, this new initiative. I've never seen any practitioner or any coach do this, and it's incredibly powerful. So, love you loads. I'm going to stop tapping now. Love you loads. Keep tapping. You know that I have dozens and dozens and dozens of tapping videos on my YouTube channel, and you can always take advantage of those. And until the next Tap and Talk, or until you watch my next video, then you can actually, I'll put another video in the editing suite once this has gone up. After the live, I'll actually put a new tapping video up there for you to go and tap with on a specific thing about rewiring your brain for money, wealth, and abundance. I'll see you in the next live stream soon. Bye for now.